Good afternoon from Broadwood for the final match of the 2024 Victory Shield. Republic of Ireland's 1-0 win over Northern Ireland earlier won them the tournament, and that means they are the winners for the third year running, so that side of it is all settled. But the final game here between Scotland and Wales still has something at stake. A win for either side would see them secure a second place finish. They'll be keen to end on a high, and no surprise if we're in for another tight game, as all the matches have been so far this week. I'm Andrew McLean, alongside me for this one, former Scotland youth player Stephen McGinn. Always a good opportunity to see the potential stars of the future, Stephen.
Yeah, looking forward to the game. Always loved the Victory Shield, watching it on the TV, and you see some stars of the future playing these games. And to close off a camp, I'm sure it's the start of hopefully a lot of international duties for these young players to finish off the camp. Both sides will be looking for their win and to end it in a positive manner.
Yeah, as I mentioned, congratulations to the Republic of Ireland who lifted the Victory Shield earlier on. It of course means that neither Scotland or Wales can win it. We knew that coming into today, but with the fact that both sides can still finish second, Stephen, and it's about going out there, representing your country. These players, there'll be no lack of ambition and determination out on the pitch today.
Yeah, obviously the ultimate aim is to play for your country in front of a sellout crowd, be it in Cardiff, be it in Glasgow, but still a proud moment. You stand there, your families are there, aunties, uncles, friends all asking how you got on, and Wales have changed it about, a couple of guys for Scotland. It's always a special moment, and can you go out and do yourself justice? These boys are good players at their clubs, and can they go and do it and showcase their talent? Because there has been a real competitive element to these games, as we've seen over the last few days. They've been interesting to watch. There's been some high scoring ties as well between many of the sides. Wales have been a big part of those games, been a bit tighter and lower scoring for Scotland, but looking forward to seeing what this tie at Broadwood has to offer us up as the officials and the players from both sides make their way onto the pitch, and they'll be looking forward to trying to perform in front of friends and families, those that have come along to Broadwood. But before we get into the action, first of all, it will be the national anthems.
Starting with the Welsh national anthem.
The anthem sang loudly and proudly by the Welsh, and now time for the national anthem. Victory Shield 2024. It's 4 changes for Stephen Clarke's Scotland side. Callum Hamill comes back into the starting lineup after missing Thursday's game altogether. Connor Daly, Rocco Di Giacomo and Max Cameron are also back into the starting lineup. And for the Welsh, they've mixed it up as well. A good few changes for them, but the line will continue to be led by Leo Papernick, who has 2 goals in 2 games so far this week. He'll be looking to try and make it 3 in 3 like TJ Malloy did for Ireland earlier on, that goal winning them the whole competition. The captain's just getting ready to shake hands. Oliver Goodbrand once again wearing the armband for Scotland. He started all 3 games for them here at Broadwood in the last few days. Scored Scotland's goal on the opening day as well. And wearing the armband for Wales is Alex Godfrey, the Swansea City player. Just turned 15 last Friday. they'll shake hands with the referee for this match, who is Josh Hay, to be assisted by Robin Taylor and Jamie Andrews. The fourth official here at Broadwood, Gary Train, as the Welsh side head into their huddle. Scotland out on the pitch, ready to go. Believe it may well be a bit of a change of shape, Stephen, for Scotland coming into this one, and just a chance for Stephen Clark to maybe test some players out in different positions, try something new.
Yeah, the way they're shaping up looks like a 4-1-3-2. Obviously, you're getting the two strikers in the park. Looking forward to the game. You're hoping with Wales' two games been 3-3, 3-2. Can it go out and be a bit of a cup final in terms of getting that second place? Both teams attacking, and I think the way Scotland are set up, it looks like they're going to have a go.
Yeah, the Welsh side just getting the final words in that huddle, making Scotland wait for kick-off. It will be Caelan Cadamateri to start things off, standing over the ball at the moment. But as I mentioned, you can see from the way Scotland are lining up out on the pitch, there will be some players trying something a bit different than they have done this week, but no change in that number 9 spot. Caelan Cadamateri standing over the ball will lead the line for Scotland as well. We are ready to go here at Broadwood to close out the Victory Shield 2024, and it's Scotland getting us underway. Back to Aaron Thompson, partnering Callan Hamill at the back. He does well just to progress forward, find McSporran. De Giacomo goes down, no foul, says the referee. Connor Daly just unable to intercept. Romano with the ball across, intercepted by Oliver Goodbrand, just can't quite get onto it. Playing more of a forward role today, Oliver Goodbrand has started at left back in the last couple of games, but is very versatile, and it's something we've seen from a lot of these Scotland players, Stephen. It's good for players to be able to, especially at this age, play different positions. Yeah,
especially at this age, you never know, that might not be the final position once you get to senior level, so you need to be able to adapt. I think it's been a really lively start from both teams, and really impressed the way Caelan Hamill just stepped into the game, really takes the Wales press out the game.
Max Cameron doing well to win the ball back for Scotland. Not only that, but on the turn as well. The Rangers winger does have options in the box, but the cross is held by Oscar Abbottson, and he'll try to start a quick counter-attack through Oliver Salter. He gets it back again. It's good play by Salter, in for Papernick. Connor Daly getting things back in the hands of Scotland. It's now Thompson. Ben Vickery to Nathan Meakin, one of the players playing a bit of a different role for Scotland today. Has been playing as the central defensive midfielder, as Scotland have lost the ball in their own box, and there is a chance for Wales to maybe try and create something early, but Nathan Meakin getting his foot in the way, and it will be a corner to Wales. Really good pressure from Wales. You can see why the games have been so high scoring. Such an aggressive press. They're really getting after Scotland in their own box. They're leaving 2 for 2 at the box. They've been really brave with their press. That's the one thing I think Scotland can recognise: the space in the half, the pace of Cameron and Cadamateri. Can they get out? Because I don't think if they're going to try and play in a box, I think Wales are just going to keep getting after them. Alex Godfrey, the Wales captain, to take the corner kick. Has options to hit in the box. Headed away by Meakin. Comes back into the Scotland box. Headed away by Goodbrand this time. Romano goes back to Haywood, and it just can't be controlled on the far side. Rocco De Giacomo just making his presence felt. Even in that still there, Wales end up turning over the possession, but Scotland's 2 strikers were actually standing at the halfway line with no defensive players behind, so it is absolutely out ball for Scotland today, just to turn it behind with the pace of Cameron and Cadamateri. Yeah, many of these players will be looking to make a lasting impact in this tournament. A lot of players only get the chance to play in the Victory Shield once, just with the age group. We have seen some players come back for a second bite at it. Oliver Goodbrand, the only one for Scotland who played last year, but when it is a historic tournament like this at this age group, will want to go out on a high as the ball's played forward towards Cameron. Goodbrand. Shimmies, finds the space, forced back the way. Comes to Callan Hamill. Lovely flick round the corner and a chance for Connor Daly into the box. It's defended well in the end by Wales. Promising attack for Scotland. That's a nice turn, but well defended by Nathan Meakin, just getting his body in the way, stopping Wales from getting away quickly. Romano goes down, fouled by Oliver Goodbrand.
It was really good play from Connor Daly. Very unlucky not to be clean through and goal. That man Caelan Hamill stepping in again. Really clever little flick round the corner from Connor Daly, and just that last bit from Kadamatre before putting him clean through and goal.
Connaughty tries to go up the line towards Rob Tankiewicz, but goes out of play, and it will be a throw-in on this near side to be taken by Nathan Meakin. You will find that in these early stages of the game. Some players will settle quicker than others, but it's all about what team can find their rhythm, what team can find those openings. And that break forward, as we mentioned, might just give Scotland that bit of belief that there are openings in there. They'll have looked at Wales in the last couple of games, the fact that they have conceded goals. Yes, they've scored goals.
I think we've got an entertaining game in our hands. I think both teams are being very aggressive with and without the ball. I think they're looking to get forward as soon as possible, and it's a new thing as well, playing in the stadium. Obviously it's the third game, but it's different from playing at their training grounds, and it is that different setting. And can you go out in front of the stands and the amount of people and perform to your usual standard?
Great defensive work there by Callan Hamill. We saw a lot of that from him on the opening day as Max Cameron stays onside. There were some calls from the Welsh defenders, but Max Cameron is able to drive into that Wales box. The ball across, spilled initially, and a second chance for Max Cameron, who went for goal. The Wales players not happy at the shot that went in. Felt that he could get one away there, Max Cameron, as he drifted into the box, but he'll maybe get a bit of a talking to from the referee. But once again, Scotland just able to make their way into that Wales box.
He's been a real threat. That's 3 times now, Max Cameron. He's got down this side, he seems to like this channel, and he's very direct. I don't think there's any malice in terms of, I don't think he meant to hit the ball against the Wales defender. He's going for goal. He would have been out offside, I think, even if it had gone in. But really promising attack from Scotland down this channel, and if he can keep feeding Max Cameron, and I think he's going to get real joy.
Yeah, the Wales physio team just doing some important work, making sure that the player is okay and whether he's able to continue or not. Good to see the captain Carter Haywood sitting up and back to his feet. But it is invaluable experience for these young players, being able to play in what has been a competitive environment this week.
Yeah, and to take on the disappointment of obviously getting into your last game. Scotland's a host nation, Wales travelling, good football inside. You'd be hoping that this, playing the last game of the week, you'd be playing to try and win it. So dealing with that disappointment and still going out and putting on a show and getting that second place. But just the whole thing, especially for the travelling countries, for the Wales boys, getting away as a team, staying in hotels, the preparation of what's required to play 3 games in such a tight space of time.
We're back underway after that short stoppage in play, and Scotland have the ball back through Connor Daly into the box with Max Cameron, who goes for goal. It's into the side netting, but Max Cameron causing some danger once again. Connor Daly involved again as well.
Yeah, you sense it's coming, looking really good runs, and Connor Daly, if they manage to get him in that type of space, he looks to go forward right away. Really good way to pass, and Max Cameron, he's sending out the warning shots. You feel like it's coming for him.
Well, once again, Scotland pressing really high. Wales are just going to have to send that one long to try and get it away from danger.
Lennon Moss did really well there. Connor Daly felt that he was in and Scotland were going to be in goal. He really protected it, used his body well to snuff out the danger for Wales.
Papernick goes back to Connaughty, across into the box is left by Ben Vickery in the Scotland goal.
He's a threat, Papernick. You can see why he scored a few goals this week. He's always on in behind, but he's also more than comfortable to run the channels. Big boy, used his body there, and he's absolutely Wales' main threat.
Thompson carries the ball forward, just didn't quite judge where Callan Hamill or Aaron McSporran were at that point, and it will give Wales the opportunity on the far side with a throw-in. Moss goes out to Godfrey, and it's Romano in there. No nonsense from Callan Hamill.
He read the pass really well. He was on his bike. He's like any good defender. You're on the front foot and get there, and no chances taken into the stands here at Broadwood.
Romano flicks it into a dangerous area, and that was a real chance for Leo Papernick. We talked about the danger he poses in those positions. This time just didn't quite catch it right.
It was brilliant movement from Enzo Romano. He sucked two of the Scotland guys in, and they've thrown it in behind him, and really clever cutback. And Papernick, you actually expect him to hit the target with the talent he showed so far, but it's another warning sign for Scotland.
Yeah, the 15-year-old plays his football with Cardiff City. He's certainly enjoyed his week so far. As Tankovic goes forward to Pitta. Connaughty. Williams. Salter on the turn, does have tricky feet, Oliver Salter, as does Alex Godfrey. Managed to get away from McSporran, was just fouled in doing so.
They play a good tempo, Wales, and they move the ball quickly. There's not a lot of 4 or 5 touches before they pass it on. They look to get Lennon Moss on it and dictate the play for them, and they've got plenty of runners off the ball. As I said, and repeat myself, but you can see why the game's been high scoring games, a real intent to attack.
Yeah, just over 11 minutes gone here at Broadwood. Remember, it is 40-minute halves, and if this does end in a draw, it will go to a bonus point penalty shootout. But that doesn't really suit either team. They'll want to go out and get that win, try and get that second place finish as Salter goes high into the box towards Pitta. Scotland will get the goal kick. Ben Vickery, the Scotland goalkeeper, didn't start the first game of this week, but was drafted in against Northern Ireland on Thursday. Not much he really could have done about the goal. A heavy collision between Oliver Goodbrand and Enzo Romano. The free kick given to Scotland, taken quickly as Daly pushes the ball out towards De Giacomo. Lovely first touch by De Giacomo. Will try to get it into a dangerous area.
There's a first glimpse of Rocco De Giacomo there, a brilliant first touch, but again, if Scotland can find Conor Daly in that space, he's on the move, his head's in the swivel, he's looking to play forward, and the pass from De Giacomo's in front of him, and he's taking a brilliant first touch. And just that last bit for Scotland, some of the play getting into the penalty box has been really good, really of a really high standard, but just that last bit, can they pick someone out to take the lead here?
Throw in to be taken by Aaron McSporran on the far side, one of the Scotland players that started all 3 games in the Victory Shield this year, as the ball's cleared by Haywood. Moss. Godfrey. Goes back to Ashton Williams. Abbottson will send this into the Scotland half.
They do that. They do have that out ball with Papernick. He's a big lad. They're able to go long to him, and his first touch is strong, and he can lay it off.
Cadamateri Has to battle to try and keep a hold of it, unable to. Williams will just go back to Abbottson, who once again sends it long. Callan Hamill timing the header well, goes into the air from Tankovic. Giacomo takes it down well, as does Cadamateri, but Godfrey was in the right position to nick it away. Connaughty. Lovely turn by Pitta. Tankovic thought he would get there, but it was read well by Aaron Thompson. Keane Connaughty to take the throw, another of the Cardiff City contingent in this Wales side. This time the throw goes the way of Scotland. Pitta does well in a tight area. Pitta, and he'll work the space to get a cross in. Stanley Wilson heads into the stand.
Brilliant feat from Shea Pitta. A couple of times he showed his quality, gets a half yard, and Stanley Wilson in the last 5 minutes he's had more of an influence in breaking up the Welsh play. He's in a good position as a holding midfielder, and he's headed it out for the corner. Can't be taking any chances in your own box.
Wales do have that aerial threat as well. Aston Williams up from the back. As we mentioned, Leo Papernick, who's already scored a header this week. Delivery comes in, headed away at the front post. Godfrey. It didn't look as if the foul was going to be given initially, but it did look as if Oliver Goodbrand had clipped the heels.
It's one of those that some refs give it, some don't. Good pressure, you want Oliver Goodbrand to putting that type of pressure on, and maybe just a foul, but if not, then Scotland were on the break there, we were on the counter-attack.
Oliver Salter to take this deep free kick. He's one of a few players in this Wales squad who are on the books of an English Premier League club. He's at Tottenham. Shea Pitta is at Everton. Lennon Moss at Aston Villa. Max Hawkins, who's on the bench, is at Liverpool. I think that was one that was meant to be off the training ground, as Oliver Salter just sort of put his arms in the air to ask where the run was.
When you see set piece drills go excellently, you think, well, so much work going into training, the coach will be pulling his hair out at that one. It only takes one person to switch off, and you can look quite stupid with these drills.
Clearance just too high for Meakin, who can't keep it in play. Connaughty goes back to Carter Haywood. Abbottson with the switch towards Godfrey, who gets up there, and it came off the head of Rocco Di Giacomo last.
Can Scotland get Di Giacomo and Max Cameron back involved in the game? Can they? It's a real competitive battle in there in the midfield, but can they get the ball into Conor Dillon? Can he feed Max Cameron and Rocco Di Giacomo, because they've looked really, really lively when they've got the ball early on.
Well, that's a lovely turn by Moss to get the ball into space. Connaughty has runners in front of them. Pitta, surrounded by navy blue shirts. Scotland come away with it. Meakin to Cameron, held off by Haywood. Throw into Scotland.
Haywood and Ashton Williams, because they are going man for man at the back, which we see at top level in football, is something they're going to have to deal with, but all the time they've got to be so proactive, they've got to be ready to win the race and be competitive if the ball goes into their feet.
Meakin's throw headed away by Pitta. It's flicked forward, but Callan Hamill just has that physical presence about him. He's able to hold off players quite easily at times. Gets his body in the right position. Vickery aims that towards Cadamateri, but it's Godfrey who gets his head on it. Flicked on by Tankovic, won back by Di Giacomo. First time pass by Goodbrand to Cameron. Lovely spin by Max Cameron. McSporran. Daly. Another good turn, this time by Connor Daly. Back to Hamill. It's well ushered out by Godfrey in the end, but just a couple of flashes there from Scotland players showing a bit of confidence, a bit of belief.
Yeah, Max Cameron, not long after Lennon Moss from Wales with the same Zidane turn, I think players start to enjoy themselves. Real competitive edge, they're not getting a lot of time in the ball, so it's moments like that, bits of skill that really can free you up in the game.
Just under 20 minutes gone here at Broadwood. Neither goalkeeper forced into a save yet, but Caelan Cadamateri hassles the Wales defence well. It pops up for Max Cameron, but it's defended well by Carter Haywood. The danger's not over. Goodbrand. There's a bit of work here to get out of a tight area. A strong battle between himself and Connaughty. It's Connaughty that comes out on top.
Yeah, real good battle. I think Shea Pitta from Wales just knocking off the last of the warm-up cone from Wales set up. I think they forgot about that one. But just before Cadamateri, brilliant strength, and I think he's caught Max Cameron out by surprise, be able to dig out the cross, and I think he was a bit more alert. He might have been able to get his shot away. I think Cadamateri showed his strength, and he is going to be an out ball for Scotland.
De Giacomo. It's all a bit crowded in that midfield. Pitta with the dummy. Tankovic is hoping to run onto it, but once again Stanley Wilson mopping things up for Scotland and winning the free kick. Just smart play.
Yeah, good holding midfield play there from Stanley Wilson. He's read it well and he's used his body to win a free kick, and that's your job. You're in that, you're there to get on the ball and make Scotland tick, but also off the ball be that man that fills in the space when Wales are attacking.
Started the last game against Northern Ireland, Stanley Wilson, and starts this one as well. He's been part of Scotland's under-15s squads when they went to Spain in April. Quite a few of these players were for games against Spain and Hong Kong. Will be a free kick in the centre circle to Wales. The referee Josh Hay just
really
calling Rocco De Giacomo over.
Been really impressed with both number 8s for Wales and for Scotland. Lennon Moss again. Just a little look to see where De Giacomo's coming from, and he's able to flick it round the corner and win a free kick for his side.
Haywood to take the free kick for Wales. Bang on the halfway line. Just trying to assess his options. He had a couple of runners, but goes out to Alex Godfrey. It's a nice pass into Romano just to really open things up. And it's in for Papernick. The touch was heavy. Still keeps a hold of it. It's all getting a bit muddled in there, but Rocco De Giacomo eventually just getting a couple of touches out of that box.
Papernick's movement, he almost he wants the defenders to be looking at the ball, and he just peels off, and Wales are looking for him in the cutback. So I think between Caelan Hamill and Aaron Thompson, even Nathan Meakin behind, can they be communicating to say that where he is, because he is the main threat, and he's just peeling off when they're not looking. They're doing a bit of ball watching.
Throw goes over a couple of heads, cleared by Williams. Pitta goes out wide, but it will be Meakin to gather things. Gets it back from Goodbrand. Nice passing from Scotland. Cameron, the ball over the top towards Goodbrand. Holds off Connaughty. Checks back. He's got Matt Cameron for support. Goes into the box. It's a good ball, and here is Caelan Cadamateri, blocked by Williams, and that was a real opening for Scotland.
The two strikers linking up. As I said, the Wales so aggressive with their press. They'll leave you man for man at the back, and really good play from Meakin and Goodbrand. Good, nice 1-2. They get it into that man, Max Cameron. Brilliant ball into his strike partner, and really unlucky not to get his shot on target.
Connor Daly to take the corner for Scotland. A slight stoppage just as Ashton Williams sorts out his shoelace. Daly can now deliver. But it's strong from Abbottson just to get up there, make it his own. Meakin forward for Cameron. Lets it run and runs towards Connaughton, who will see it out.
Priceless that at any level of football. Oscar Abbottson just coming, collecting the ball. It's such a nice feeling when you're trying to defend a corner with good delivery. Your goalkeeper just coming, big voice, and coming and collecting it.
Well, here's Scotland's keeper, Ben Vickery, to Thompson. Hamill back to Vickery. Goes long, headed back where it came from by Godfrey. Headed forward by Hamill. McSporran hooks it over his shoulder. Throw into Wales.
Wales are almost, when Scotland are building up from the back, they're leaving Caelan Hamill and Aaron Thompson on the ball, and they're going really tight with everyone else, and they might need to be a bit more patient at times and just wait for a bit of movement to free someone up instead of trying to force it.
Godfrey clips it forward. It's a good ball for Pitta. Connaughton. Pitta makes the space and finds the cross, and Papernick with the shot just didn't catch it properly. Goes
really
out for a Scotland goal kick.
Really good movement, brilliant play again from Shea Pitta. He wants to get that yard of space, and they seem to have a decent relationship, him and Papernick. He knows it's coming in. Really good movement, gets across of Aaron Thompson, and it just doesn't connect with it.
Vickery flips that forward for McSporran. He plays it on towards Cameron, but Williams gets his body in the way. A couple of passes forward for Wales, and it could be onto something. Hamill gets there first, puts his foot through it this time, over the head of Cadamateri, went towards Max Cameron, who I think would have been offside if he touched it, but Scotland can continue with Daly. Under a lot of pressure in that midfield corner, Daly, and the referee says a bit too much pressure.
Wales manager Drew Sherman really not happy. I think he was about 5 yards offside. You can understand his frustration.
Thompson's ball to McSporran's a really good one. Scotland going a bit more direct this time. Wilson, good brand, just turns into a red shirt. Connaughton to Pitta. Puts Meakin on the floor. Romano, Godfrey, Moss. Lovely turn, getting the ball into some space. Here's Pitta now. Back for Haywood, Connaughton. Pitta, lovely turn. But Meakin does well because the challenge was a good one. Referee says so, and it will be a free kick to Scotland for a handball.
Really good defending from Nathan Meakin. I think he's naturally a midfielder, playing at left back today, and he's up against a good player in Shea Pitta. Reads it really well, and good, strong, fair tackle. Exploring
forward to Cadamateri, who just drifted offside. Scotland were looking to play that quickly. He'd already bounced that first time pass out wide. And Stephen Clark, the Scotland boss, will be happy to see what they were trying there, just didn't quite come off.
That is the ball though, that is how they get in. As I said, going man for man with two pacey strikers. You only need to get across them once, wait a pass is right, then they're going to get in and go.
Ashton Williams standing over this free kick, about halfway into Wales half. Goes back to Abbottson. It's forward for Pitta. It's a lovely flick on towards Papernick. Tankovic. Wilson gets it to Daly. He's dragged back. Scotland will get the free kick, and it will be the first booking of the game as well. Enzo Romano knew exactly what he was doing there, just didn't want Scotland to break forward quickly.
really clever yellow card, because you could see Connor Daly spotted the space to play it into. He was just about to pull the trigger, and sometimes you've got good, almost an experienced yellow card there from Enzo Romano, knowing the right time to stop the game and get back in behind the ball.
Pretty unique story. Enzo Romano plays his football for CF Dam, was once in the books of FC Barcelona Football Academy, signed when he was 7 years old after going on trial when he was on holiday. Thompson. A nice pass out to Max Cameron. But once again, Scotland forward line just unable to stay onside. But it was a really good idea from Thompson. Looked as if he was going to play it out to Nathan Meakin and then just reversed it.
Yep, a really tight one as well. I thought that Ashton Williams was playing him on. He's in a brilliant position, Max Cameron, in this channel again. He seems to like this left-hand channel, but that is the ball Scotland need to keep looking for, and you're going to be offside the odd time, but all you need, time and run, time of pass, and you're going to get in.
Tankovic flicks it forward. Callan Hamill was brave, won the header, and play will be stopped because Leo Papernik is taking a knock. Nothing untoward with the challenge, but the referee just wanted to make sure that the Wales striker's okay.
It was a clean aerial challenge. I think he's caught him his knee, sore one. Those ones when you get caught in the hip, but a good fair challenge. It's probably the first time in the last 10 minutes that Stanley Wilson, Wales have managed to get him out that space in midfield, and really good cover from Caelan Hamill.
Yeah, Hamill good with the ball at his feet, but not afraid to be aggressive when it's needed at the right times. Godfrey's ball forward over the head of Oliver Salter. Thompson. We saw against Northern Ireland he did like driving out from the back. This time doesn't get it right, but manages to make amends. McSporran. Max Cameron running onto it. I think the flag will go up again. Certainly was offside this time.
You see now Ben Vickery and Aaron Thompson, they're discussing what went wrong there. But you see Wales are trying to set a trap. They're wanting Aaron Thompson to step in with the ball, and as soon as he takes that big touch out, they're all over him.
Well, Cadamatari's stolen the ball, and a big chance for Scotland. Cadamatari cuts inside, and it will be a penalty to Scotland. They won it high in the Wales half, and Caelan Cadamatari, quick feet to cut inside, and all the Wales defence could do was foul him.
Yeah, you can see the teammates running over to give him a big high five. That was really good work for the team, and you get your rewards. Trying to get it back onto his right foot to get the shot away, and brought down a Stonewall penalty.
Well, he's worked hard across these 2 and a bit games so far, Caelan Cadamatari, in that striking role. Yet to get himself a goal, but the ball is in his hands, and he'll get that opportunity from 12 yards out.
Not sure if Alex Godfrey was just trying to delay the penalty taker a bit, because it was as clear a penalty as you're ever likely to see.
A familiar name, of course, Cadamatari. His dad, Danny, played for Dundee United, amongst many other clubs. But it will be his son, Caelan Cadamatari of Sheffield Wednesday, to step up to take this one up against Oliver Abbottson. Right-footed strike, and it's a big save from Oliver Abbottson. The penalty was going towards the bottom corner, but Abbottson went the right way and held it.
Brilliant save and brilliant hands from Abbottson. Really, it wasn't a bad penalty, it was in the corner, and really good save from the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it wasn't to be for Caelan Cadamatari, but the one thing about him is he's kept on pursuing across these games so far. He'll be determined to try and get on the score sheet despite that miss.
Real reality check for me when you reminded me that Danny Cadamatari played for Dundee United, and I'm now that guy that I said I played against his dad.
Caelan's brother Bailey, one to look out for as well, also at Sheffield Wednesday, currently on loan at Lincoln, but has played a good few times for Sheffield Wednesday's first team, scored a few goals as well. Good brand. Keeps possession, goes down, but finds McSporran with the pass. Cadamatri peeling out wide this time, gets by his man, ball into the box. Abbottson with the right foot this time. Daly back towards the penalty spot, cleared into the air. Not what Pitta would have been wanting to do, and the foul will go the way of Wales. Caelan Cadamatri just into the back of Alex Godfrey.
He's used his body really well, Cadamatri. I know he gives a foul there, but just before, he knows his strength. The Wales defence are really trying to outmuscle him. Sometimes you just need to take your medicine, stay behind the ball, because if you're going to try and get too close to him, then he showed numerous times throughout this game, Caelan Cadamatri, that can spin you and get the other side of you.
Cadamatri challenged by Enzo Romano, who goes down, gets the free kick. Cadamatri just a bit late into that one, just getting a pat on the back from Connor Daly, maybe just a bit of encouragement after that penalty miss, telling his teammate to keep at it. Still plenty of time left in this game, about 5 minutes left of the first half.
What's how they deal with missing that penalty? Sometimes there can be moments in matches where momentum can swing. Scotland had a really strong period in the lead up to the penalty, so okay, a disappointment, you've not scored, but take the positives from a really strong period.
Williams finds Pitta in a lot of space on this right side, tries to get past Nathan Meakin, who's really strong and uses his body well. Meakin can't quite find the pass to Max Cameron, but for a second it looked as if Pitta was going to get away from him, but Meakin doing the work well. As Wales try once again to get into that Scotland box, but this time it's Aaron Thompson who holds off his man and gets the goal kick.
That's all you can ask of Nathan Meakin. Shea Pitta is a good player, as we spoke about. He wants to get down the outside, he wants to get crosses in the box. Can you learn from it? Now Shea Pitta's got a decision. If I try and go, then Nathan Meakin might read me, so I maybe have to come inside.
Vickery to De Giacomo. Goodbrand. Cameron's touch just gets away from him. Well, they linked up well down the left side in the opening game of this week. Oliver Goodbrand and Max Cameron. Not quite playing the same positions as they were on that day. Oliver Goodbrand was at left back. Max Cameron was playing as an out-and-out winger. Goodbrand in midfield now. Max Cameron forming a front two with Caelan Cadamatri, but as a winger, naturally, will always peel out on this side and try and go one-on-one against the full-back.
It was good movement before from De Giacomo. De Giacomo and McSporran have been a bit quiet. A lot of the play has been down the left-hand side, but really good movement, and he was an outball there for Ben Vickery in the build.
Cameron goes down, but still manages to find Goodbrand, who I think maybe felt he was fouled, but he gets up. Pitta. Meakin with a challenge, but I think it was just a shove in the back by Goodbrand a few moments earlier that the free kick's been given for. Haywood. Abbottson sends it long. Hamill does really well to hold off a couple of men, because he tried to play the ball away at first, didn't quite work, but it's now Cadamatri. Takes it down. Romano tracks back well. Salter skips away from a couple of Scotland players, make that 3, and finds the pass. Tankovic. Godfrey. Into the feet of Papernick. It's now Connaughty. Pitta with a step over. Romano. And Wales looking lively, but Scotland doing well just to force them all the way back into their own box and then force them long. Hamill loses the physical battle this time. Haven't said that all too often when he's been on the pitch for Scotland. And Meakin was fouled in the end by Shea Pitta.
Another one of those decisions, some refs give it, some don't, but brilliant positioning from Nathan Meakin. He's bailed out Caelan Hamill in terms of getting Papernick's got ahead of him, brilliant turn, and really good positioning from Nathan Meakin.
Hamill drives forward into the space, gets the pass to Goodbrand. Has Meakin on the overlap, but uses that to drive into the space in the middle. It's taken 2 or 3 Wales players to eventually get the ball off him. Haywood to Connaughton. Max Cameron's onto him quickly, as is Oliver Goodbrand. Tankovic gets away from Wilson. Over to Godfrey. Sporran steps in. Heavy touch from him. Moss tries to be positive, but it goes to Callan Hamill. In the last few moments, neither side really able to just get their foot on the ball, string a few passes together. Cadamateri clips it in. Haywood away. There's now a chance. Daly going onto his right foot. De Giacomo. Good sliding challenge. You have to get those right in the box. But Lennon Moss doing it well.
A couple of really strong tackles from Lennon Moss. Has a really competitive game, not much in it. A message, if I was Drew Sherman, the Wales coach, would be let Lennon Moss deal with that type of thing. With Enzo Romano, you're on a yellow card now, don't you be the one that's going to ground that. The attack before he's gone to ground, and the game's so tight, so competitive, you don't want to be down to 10 men.
Not too many stoppages, so just 1 minute added to the 40 in the first half here at Broadwood. Thompson flicked on by Goodbrand. Max Cameron, brilliant first touch by Cameron, and he forces Enzo Romano to just put that out, and it's going to be a corner late in this half for Scotland, probably the last action of this first half.
Because Oscar Albertson took that last corner so well, the message if you're Conor Daly here is keep it away from him. Can we give the guy something to attack just before the half-time whistle?
A really smart touch in the build-up to that one there from Max Cameron, just to put himself through. Will be Conor Daly to take the corner. Goes quite deep, headed back in by McSporran. Hooked away by Wales. Meakin tries to find Daly again, but Tankovic smart in his approach, just shrugging off Daly, making sure that Wales get the goal kick, and that will probably see out this first half.
Yeah, good decision from Tankovic. I thought at first he was just going to clear it, but he's used his body well, and a really strong competitive half. I think both sides will be pleased with how they've gone about it. Obvious disappointment Scotland missing the penalty, but in a game of tight margins, there's not loads of chances. Really have to be clinical with the next one that comes up.
Oliver Abbottson to take this goal kick. You'd expect the half-time whistle to go, and it does here at Broadwood. The half-time score is Scotland 0, Wales 0, but the big moment in that first half, Stephen, of course, was Scotland winning a penalty. Caelan Cadamateri fouled. He stepped up to take it, but it was a brilliant save by Abbottson to deny him.
All his own work, really strong, working so hard for the team, gets himself into the box. Once you're into the box, it's really hard for the defending team. He's taking a good touch onto his right foot and taking clean out. And he's struck the penalty well. Sometimes that's all you can ask, and a brilliant hands from Oscar Albertson to keep it all tight, all square.
Certainly a big moment in that first half. It remains to be seen whether it'll be a big moment in the complexion of the rest of the game. Still 40 minutes to go. If it stays this way, there will be bonus point penalties between the teams, but neither of these sides want that. They want to get all 3 points, and they want to finish in second place in the Victory Shield. Republic of Ireland, of course, lifting the Victory Shield earlier on, but at half-time between Scotland and Wales, it's goalless. Welcome back to Broadwood for the final game of the 2024 Victory Shield. Scotland 0, Wales 0 at half-time. Both these teams looking to finish in second place. Republic of Ireland winning the tournament earlier on with a 1-0 win over Northern Ireland. Their third win of the Victory Shield on the spin. But still something to play for between these two teams today. And both teams will make some changes going into this second half. It looks as if it will be a change in goal for Scotland. Kerr Reynolds is going to come on for Ben Vickery. And I think that's maybe just a case of sharing the game time between the two goalkeepers. And there's going to be a couple of substitutions on for Wales as well. Alfie Jones is going to come on for them, as is Logan Cartwright. So we'll see what those changes do to this game. It was competitive, it was tight in that first half. All the games have been tight in the Victory Shield so far this week. And we'll see what the second half has in store for us. Stephen McGinn.
Yes, looking forward to another competitive half. Be nice if both teams just go for it, try and get this one. A draw is no good to anyone to finish in second, so it makes for an entertaining second half.
Yeah, Enzo Romano, one of the players coming off for Wales, was on a booking, so maybe that's in the thoughts of the Wales manager. There will be a bit of a shake-up because Logan Cartwright has moved to left back. It means that the captain Alex Godfrey, who has played a few different positions, looks as if he's going to shift over to right back. Well, looked as if there was maybe a foul in there, but Wales will be able to continue to come forward. The shot from distance is blocked, but it's brought down well by Papernick. McSporran, the ball goes out of play. Both sides claiming for the throw. Goes the way of Wales. Cartwright to take. Goes in towards Tankovic, back to Cartwright. Salter. Cartwright just slices across that ball. Will be a goal kick to Scotland.
Yeah, we'll be disappointed with that, Logan Cartwright, but really lively start from Wales. Double subs, kicked him in, brought a fresh bit of energy. Stadium announcer causing my notes all sorts of problems announcing Ashton Williams. He's definitely still in the park.
De Giacomo challenged by Cartwright. One of the half-time substitutes. De Giacomo all over the back of him, and it will be, as you mentioned, Ashton Williams to take this one. Haywood. Moss on the turn. Cartwright. Moss. It's been a good battle in that midfield between the two number 8s, Connor Daly and Lennon Moss. I think both can be pretty happy with their afternoon's work so far. Busy in that middle third. Cameron spins away from Moss and is fouled. It will be a free kick to Scotland.
Good pressure there from Max Cameron. The substitute, Alfie Jones, didn't think he'd seen him coming, and he's nipped in and won himself a foul. And Scotland will be pleased because Wales have come out firing in the second half. They've come out with renewed energy, and nice to get a touch of the ball and get themselves started in the second half.
Hamill out towards Goodbrand, but the flag goes up on this near side. Happened a few times with a few different players for Scotland in that first half, just not quite watching the line.
He'll be disappointed. It's a brilliant pick out from Caelan Hamill. He's very good at that. If he gets the ball at his foot, he's got a really good range of passing, and absolutely 30-yarder to Goodbrand's feet, and disappointed to look across the line and be offside.
Meakin goes forward to Wilson. Daly. Thompson back to Hamill. Just telling Thompson where he wanted him to go. Finds him. Back to Kerr Reynolds, one of the half-time substitutes. The only one made by Scotland boss Stephen Clark. De Giacomo. McSporran. Cartwright does well to find Moss. Salter. Tricky feet by Salter, but it's eventually given away to McSporran. And Reynolds just get this one away. Williams heads it to Max Cameron. Has the option of Oliver Goodbrand and gets the pass right. Captain up against captain in the second half, with the switch to right back for Alex Godfrey. Thompson.
That's the one Aaron Thompson, Caelan Hamill's telling just now. Just be patient. Wales are looking for you to try and force something. They're leaving the centre halves with the ball, and you just have to be a bit more patient. Let the forward guys, let them move and become an option. Don't try and force anything.
Meakin's header. Godfrey for Wales into Pitter. Moss. Jones to Godfrey. Haywood goes all the way back to Abbottson, who of course had that big penalty save in the first half from Caelan Cadamateri. Haywood's pass is blocked by Goodbrand. He gets it back and gets it forward. Pitter. Tankovic. In towards Papernick. Holds off his man well. Pitter, good first touch, goes down, and it will be a penalty to Wales this time.
It's a really good break. Shea Pitter takes up a brilliant position. Very unselfish from Papernick. He rolls it off to Shea Pitter. Everyone in the stadium, including myself, thought that Shea Pitter was going to pull the trigger. Unfortunately, Stanley Wilson's left the leg in. He's caught Shea Pitter, and penalty to Wales.
Well, the same penalty spot that Caelan Cadamateri was unable to convert from in that first half. Will Wales have any more luck? Lennon Moss with the ball in his hands, the Aston Villa midfielder, but he is going to pass it on to Shea Pitter, who was the player that won the penalty. Plays his football at Everton, has previously been involved in under-17 squads for Wales. Looking to make his mark in the Victory Shield and put Wales in pole position to finish in second place. Will be right-footed for Shea Pitter, and he makes no mistake from 12 yards out. Wales get a big goal in this game and take the lead at Broadwood.
He's a classy player, Shea Pitter, and it was a classy penalty. Kerr Reynolds goes the right way, newly introduced to the game. He goes the right way, but the penalty was unstoppable, so well hit, and right into the side netting. Wales have started the second half the brighter side, and they've got the reward with a 1-goal lead.
Yeah, well, Kerr Reynolds in the Scotland goal did make a save in the bonus point penalty shootout against the Republic of Ireland on Tuesday, but not too much he could do about that one. A powerful effort by Shea Pitter. Just under 8 minutes gone in the second half, and Wales put themselves in a strong position. They've had high scoring games so far this week. This one hasn't maybe been as open as the other ones have been. It's taken an opportunity from the spot, but they've done what Scotland couldn't, and they've grasped it. And now a challenge, Stephen, for these Scotland players to see how they react to going behind. Max Cameron already looking to do something. Cadamateri's header, and well, that was a bright restart for Scotland.
Yeah, just as you asked me that question, the question marks were, would they deal with the disappointment of missing the penalty in the first half? The goal's a hammer blow in terms of losing it so early into the second half, but a brilliant reaction there. Really good again, Max Cameron in that channel. He's so inventive, a brilliant pick out. again finding his strike partner. And Cadamatri can't do much more, very unlucky not to level us up.
You just wonder if that will up the urgency levels of these Scotland players. They know what's at stake. They won't want to leave this tournament without getting a win on the board. Did, of course, get the bonus point win on penalties against the Republic of Ireland on Tuesday. A 1-0 defeat to Northern Ireland on Thursday. Now find themselves 1-0 down again, this time to Wales, as Tankovic tries to get the pass away, but Oliver Goodbrand caught him as he was in the process of doing so.
Yeah, he just got caught with the ball stuck in his feet. Really good pressure from Wales. There's been a noticeable change in their energy levels. You can tell that Drew Sherman, their coaches, asked for them to go up the gears, and they've come out with a lot more energy, a renewed attitude, and they've caught Oliver Goodbrand in the goal, on the ball there, and he has to give that free kick away because Wales were in.
Will be the right foot of Alex Godfrey to deliver from here. He's switched over to his more natural side for this second half. Was involved in 2 of Wales' first half goals against Northern Ireland on Tuesday. The delivery flicked on by Goodbrand. Papernick back to Moss. Salter. Godfrey. Pitta. Nice link up between Salter and Pitta. It's the goal scorer again. Over to Williams. Clipped in. Tankovic has space. The flag stayed down, but Kerr Reynolds happy just to gather that one.
He's a difference maker, Shea Pitta. Really good close control, really good play to get out of a situation where Scotland were working ever so hard to limit the space, but quality players can get you out of those situations and earn Wales a shot at target.
Well, Abbottson puts his foot through that, as it looks as if there is going to be at least one change for Scotland coming up. It won't happen right this second. Aaron McSwarren will be allowed to take the throw in first, as the players are given their final instructions. They'll come on to see if they can make the difference for the hosts of this tournament. Papernick up against Hamill. Papernick cuts inside. It's Thompson who makes the vital interception, but it's back to Papernick. Daly just taking his time. Wilson is fouled by Lennon Moss.
He's a real handful, Papernick. Caelan Hamill and Aaron Thompson will learn a lot from playing against that type of striker. He's running in the channels, he's held it up, he's very clever, using his body well, and he's been a real threat all afternoon for Wales.
Reynolds. Cartwright taken down by Cadamatri. He'll get it back from McSporran. Cadamatri in, but it's behind Max Cameron. Wilson. Meakin. Thompson. Good work by Thompson. Cadamatri it is that drifts offside this time.
Frustrating. It was brilliant movement from Cadamatri. He was so keen for the ball to be played in behind. His movement was brilliant coming off the Welsh defence, but just a bit eager and ends up being offside.
Aaron Thompson's afternoon is over. He's going to make way for Jack Dalziel. It's one Motherwell player for another.
Also in the field, number 3, Oliver Goodbrand.
And the other change, it'll be the captain, Oliver Goodbrand, coming off. And Dundee United's Jamie Forrest sent on to see if he can change things up in that midfield. Made his Under-16s debut against Switzerland last month. Jamie Forrest, voted Dundee United's Academy Player of the Month for August.
We had to chase something. Stevie Clark, the game as much as Scotland were still looking dangerous, the game has very much been in Wales's favour, and you're hoping the double sub can reintroduce a bit of positivity in the Scotland players and get a bit of control back in this game.
Pitta. Tracked by Hamill. Reynolds came out. It was a combination of the two that forced Pitta over the byline.
It's that combination again. It's Patrick and Shea Pitta. Caelan Hamill does really well to see it out the park because they are a threat and they've got good combination. They link up well and almost telepathic for two guys that don't play together at club level.
Cartwright has Salter in front of him. Clipped inside. Caelan Hamill clearing it into the sky. Cadamatari turns. Look to the referee for a foul. It wasn't given. Keeps on at it. Nice bit of play in there by Alfie Jones. Salter. Cartwright back to Williams. Cadamatari almost stealing in. Abbottson forward to Pitta. Nice take in his chest. Forward first time. Wilson doing the defensive work. Jack DL, maybe not the easiest to take with his back towards the Wales forwards, but Scotland come away with it well. Exploring maybe not the right pass and flicked into the path of Max Cameron, who is offside. The flag does go up as he attempted that shot.
It was a brilliant move. Jack DL can't take any chances in the box. Kerr Reynolds is fed him the ball. He doesn't know what's round him. He just gets rid. Scotland pick up the ball, and it's a really good 1-2 from McSporran and the Giacomo. They get at the Wales, and it's a real good counter-attack. They've got numbers. I just think he could probably keep travelling with the ball. It doesn't need to go early, and I think the early ball caught out the Scotland attack, which led to the offside.
Oliver Abbottson with the free kick for Wales, headed by Caelan Hamill, who's now got the armband on for Scotland. Shifted over to left centre-back. Jack DL at right centre-back. Once again, the flag goes up as Scotland try to get forward. I think that will be a bit of a frustration for manager Stephen Clarke, because across the first and second half, a few times the ball's been played forward into areas that the forward players would like to run into, but just haven't quite timed their runs correctly.
It's a brilliant attitude the two strikers have got. They want to run in behind, they want to in the space, they want to be fed, but the Wales line's, it's good, it's brave, it's high. They have to just be a bit more clever, maybe bend your run and allow them to be played onside and get in.
Pitta, lovely touch inside, and why not from Shea Pitta with the form he's been in. No wonder he fancied his chances. It was still ambitious, but maybe just earned the chance to take the shot with his first touch.
It's a brilliant first touch with his right foot, and then his weaker left foot, he unleashes a really tricky one for Kerr Reynolds. He'll be pleased. He's mopped up and it drops off him, but a good save and really good take again from Shea Pitta.
Here he is again, Pitta. Good battling from Connor Daly. Wilson back to Daly. A couple of spins away, but he loses out, and Wales have numbers in attack. Papernick stopped in his tracks by Jack DL. Exploring looks for the run of Caelan Cadamatari, but it was just too wide.
Jack DL's been very good since he's came on. That was a really tricky situation for Scotland. Wales had a 2v2 with the momentum of forward runs, and he just timed it perfectly to stop out that attack.
Maybe no surprise he's come on at this stage, Jack DL, because you look back to last month, scored headers against both the Faroe Islands and Switzerland. A threat from set pieces. Can not only do the defensive work, but Scotland might need his aerial prowess in the box as the flag goes up once again against Caelan Cadamatari. He throws his arms up in the air. I'm not sure whether he's maybe just wanting the passes played a bit quicker.
You could sense the frustration in his body language. He's, as I say, he was willing to go in behind, but the Wales line is really strong, and that'll give the Wales defence a lot of confidence, winning that many offsides, and just real belief in that high line.
Another change for Scotland. It's going to be Rocco Di Giacomo to make way. His Victory Shield tournament is over, and Alfie Hutchison will come on. Started against the Republic of Ireland on Tuesday, came off the bench on Thursday against Northern Ireland, and will have just over 20 minutes to see if he can get Scotland back into this game. DL with the header to Daly. Cameron forward to Cadamateri. Once again the flag goes up.
I think that's a period where maybe the midfielders can sense that there is a high line, so instead of releasing early, can we drive with the ball and give Wales something else to think about?
Lovely ball by Abbottson to find Godfrey. Tankovic back to Haywood. He sees the run of Godfrey, but Callan Hamill will still have quite a bit of work to do to shepherd this out. But he does it.
Yeah, strong, really confident play, defending from Callan Hamill. And yes, Scotland just need to get a wee foothold in this game. Between the substitutions and the offsides, it's became a bit scrappy, and the only one team we're happy with this, Wales will be happy with how it's going, and as stop-start as possible to see out the 1-0 win.
Wales taking off Carter Haywood. Theo Pitt coming on for him. And the other change, Max Hawkins, the 14-year-old at Liverpool, is coming on. And Rob Tankovic, the player to make way. Reynolds with the ball towards Meakin. Flicked on towards Jamie Forrest, who's not really had too much of a look in so far after coming off the bench. Dundee United youngster.
It can be a battle when you're losing 1-0. The game's has been a stop-start as it has been for the last 5-10 minutes to really gain a foothold, and that's when you lean on the good players in your team. Who's going to grab a hold of the game, try and make something happen, try and get some control and gain some momentum in the game.
Yeah, both teams bringing on goal-scoring threats in the last few moments. Alfie Hutchison coming on for Scotland has goals at under-15s level against the likes of England, Portugal, Italy. You then look at Max Hawkins coming off the bench for Wales. Has scored in this tournament, scored the first goal in the match against Northern Ireland. Moss to Jones. Salter. Cuts inside and back the other way. Godfrey. First time in for Moss. Here's Salter. Scotland piling the bodies back. Jones. Godfrey back to Jones. Nice spell from Wales here. And a chance for Moss. Blocked by Hamill. Just moving the ball really quickly around the Scotland penalty area.
Brilliant play from Wales. Good defending from Scotland to get the block in, but really quick, incisive play around the box from Wales.
Well, the other team asking the questions at the moment. Hutchison. Forward towards Cadamateri. But Williams got in front of him. Here he is again, Ashton Williams. Goes back to Abbottson, the Southampton goalkeeper. Tries to find Cartwright. Max Cameron puts it out for a Wales throw. Logan Cartwright of Cardiff City with the throw. McSporran's header to Cameron. Hamill. DL forward for Wilson. McSporran tries to skip away from Alfie Jones and does. But Wales just back in their shape now, looking organised. And they'll need to be for this final 15 minutes or so if they want to hold on to this lead. The ball played in behind, and Abbottson off his line quickly to avert the danger.
He's a good goalie, Abbottson. He's comfortable coming for crosses, a brilliant penalty save. He reads the game really well. He's confident in coming out, and in either foot he's happy to deal with it. So yeah, Southampton like a really good prospect in their hands.
Another of these Welsh players that's been involved in the under-17s at national team level. Forrest. Meakin back to Forrest. Tries to dance past the Wales presence in front of him. Scotland get the throw. Wilson. Meakin down the line for Hutchison. Inside for Forrest. His cross blocked. Slipped into a bit of a dangerous area, but Wales do get away with it. Salter, Papernick. Good defending by DL again. And looks for that pass through. Was the right idea from Jack DL. Here he is again. And a chance for Cameron, if he can deliver. Abbottson puts it round the post for a corner.
He's had a real positive impact in the game, Jack DL. Really confident since he's came on, really decisive with his passing. Some really unlucky with the pass before. It was almost a through ball there to Alfie Hutchison, and he plays in Cameron there, and Wales do well to get out for a corner.
Well, with the left foot of Nathan Meakin to deliver, but the referee Josh Hay just sorting out a few things in the penalty area with all the players crowded around the penalty spot. Comes in towards the front post, flicked on. Jack DL, it is blocked. Can Daly get it back into the box? Hutchison goes one way, then the other. Into the arms of Abbottson. Looked for a moment as if Jack DL was maybe going to find that far corner.
Yeah, absolutely is a threat at set pieces. He was a one on the front foot. Very unlucky. It just doesn't bounce enough for him to get a full shot and goal.
Godfrey forward towards Papernick. Hamill steps in front of him, but Scotland get the free kick because Papernick had been in an offside position. Scotland wanted to take the free kick quickly, but won't be allowed to because Wales are going to make another couple of changes. The first one of those, Oliver Salter, Tottenham midfielder. He'll come off. Louis Evans to come on for the visitors. And the other change, it will be Leo Papernick to come off. Did have 2 and 2 coming into today's game. Wasn't able to get on the score sheet in this one, but he's had a good week. And it's going to be Jacob Norris coming on for Wales, but there is an issue as well. The referee just calling on the physios for Wales as the captain Alex Godfrey has gone down, which I think will be far from ideal for their manager, just given the fact that they've made some substitutions.
It's important in this wee period that Stevie Clark can get some information into the boys. Can we get Connor Daly on the ball? He looked the brightest in attacking sense in the first 15-20 minutes. How does he, in a congested midfield against a team trying to see it at 1-0, how does he influence the game? What kind of space can he create for himself to get that decisive pass or shot away?
No surprise that it was defensive moves made by Drew Sherman there. Louis Evans coming on, normally operates at the back, coming on for Oliver Salter, who's been playing in an advanced position. Jacob Norris coming on for Leo Papernick. You'd expect that he'll have a lot of running to do in the final 10 minutes plus injury time. The Wales staff just using this stoppage as well as an opportunity to maybe give a few final words to the players, tell them what they're looking for to make sure they can protect this result.
What the Papernick substitution allows Scotland to do is maybe recycle attacks. Can they spend the last 10 minutes plus injury time in Wales's half with Papernick in the team? Wales always had that out ball aerially or in behind to get them up the park, but Shea Peter looks like he's going to occupy that position, doesn't have the same physical presence, so can Scotland stay in Wales' attack and get some momentum in this game?
Wilson with the ball towards Louis Evans, who gets it away. First involvement as well for Jacob Norris off the bench. Wales captain Godfrey is back on after being assessed by the Welsh medical staff as the ball is launched forward by Meakin into the grateful arms of Oscar Abbottson.
It's just that sense of frustration, trying to force things. That was an area, an occasion Conor Daly gets on the ball. Can he get it again off Nathan Meakin and get Scotland playing here?
Here is Meakin to take the throw in. Wilson. Nice shimmy from Wilson, but the pass goes to Cartwright. Heavy touch, but he comes away with it. Cameron now looking to drive forward. He's got plenty of company. Alfie Jones with the challenge. And you'd expect any time the likes of Max Cameron, Alfie Hutchison get on the ball, they're going to be crowded out by Welsh players. Players will attempt to anyway, but Jack Dalziel showing some nice feet of his own. Hamill. His turn to drive forward and stops in his tracks unfairly by Max Hawkins.
Just any little occasion Wales can disrupt Scotland's momentum, and even there not let them take the quick free kick when it's good play from Caelan Hamill, but that's what you come up against in senior football.
Pitta, good first touch. Plenty of Scotland bodies around him as Nathan Meakin looks for the pass. Wilson. Hamill over to DL. McSporran. One back by Cartwright, and that one will go back into Scotland's half by Ashton Williams. And Wales now just look set up to defend, a back five now. That change of shape in an attempt to protect this lead, but Max Cameron with the opportunity. It's a really good ball in by Max Cameron, and Alfie Hutchison just couldn't get his head on it.
It's an unbelievable ball from Max Cameron. Alfie Hutchison will be disappointed. His teammate, his club side, has picked him out with an unbelievable ball. It was that good. I don't know if it caught him by surprise that it landed on his head.
Hutchison dispossessed as the ball's fired in towards Pitta. His first touch looked all right, but DL managed to nick in.
Much better for Scotland. They can win that physical battle now that Papernick's gone off the park, and they can go again at the Welsh defence.
Daly goes down. Some claims from Scotland players for a foul, but wasn't to be. Jack DL just going for goal, I think. Not the right option. But he has been a good influence since coming on. Scotland will make another 3 changes. Caelan Cadamateri coming off. His penalty saved in that first half, which you'll no doubt be disappointed with. Stanley Wilson coming off as well. Ben Hutton, one of the players coming on for Scotland. Lucas Weir, Motherwell winger, coming on as well. And it's going to be Cole Hay coming on for Connor Daly. The final throw of the dice for Stephen Clark. Just over 6 minutes left of regulation time here at Broadwood. Just over 6 minutes left. It's been a very entertaining Victory Shield tournament. But of course, if Scotland can get that equaliser, we would still have bonus point penalties to go. What can the substitutes offer up? There is going to be another change for Wales as well. Archie Lorimer coming onto the pitch. He's got himself on the score sheet this week. Good feet, and then the finish against the Republic of Ireland. But the players coming on now, not a lot of time, but they'll be determined to try and make their mark in this game, Stephen.
Yeah, absolutely. Bursting for the chance to get on there and try and turn this game from a Scotland point of view. From a Welsh point of view, can you come on and help your team see out a 1-0? It's a brilliant skill to learn. Real confidence in a team that can see it, can go and win a game 1-0.
Yeah, just to confirm, Ben Hutton, Lucas Weir, Cole Hay, the 3 on for Scotland. Ben Hutton coming on once again, just provides a bit more of a physical element, as does Cole Hay, who is a winger but a tall player at that. Once again, Wales just not allowing Scotland to take the free kicks quickly, which you'd expect at this stage in the game. Hutton to McSporran. Good drive by McSporran. Here's Weir. Dispossessed. Nice spin by Cartwright. Gets it forward, and it's another nice turn there by Jacob Norris, fouled by Hutton.
Really good feet from the substitute, Jacob Norris. He knows that the Scotland midfielders coming on, Isaac Thomas, Theo Pitt, and he just buys a foul.
Well, such a valuable week for all of those players out there, the Scotland players, the Welsh players, of course, the players from the Republic of Ireland, the players from Northern Ireland as well. It will be a tournament that I'm sure they'll remember for a long, long time. Not only the experiences on the pitch, but being able to spend a full week away with their teammates, getting to know each other better, getting some valuable time on the training pitch with some different coaches than they would normally have at club level.
Yeah, so we're hoping that some of these players in Scotland and Wales meet in a fixture for senior level, that some of these guys will be playing and they need to learn from it. Games, home nation games, are so competitive, there's so much on the line, they can be decided by very, very small margins, and you hope that they gain a lot of experience from the tournament. And it's a brilliant Victory Shield's always been a brilliant tournament, and just hope the guys can pick up as much experience from it as they can.
We'll be back to club duties after this, but one final push for these Scotland players as they look to try and force something out of this game. They won't want to go out on a defeat. They'll want to try and see if they can take this game to a bonus point penalty shootout, as that ball is targeted towards Cole Hay, one of the recent substitutes, the Hamilton winger, just too far ahead of him.
The game's lost a lot of rhythm with all the substitutes. There's been so many changes, starts, that it will absolutely suit the Welsh guys. They're happy with the break in play, and Scotland really struggling to get any momentum going to try and find that equaliser.
Hamill's header flicked on by Forrest. The ball over the top for Max Cameron. Abbottson once again off his line quickly to stop Hay getting onto it.
He reads the game so well from the minute the pass comes over the ball. He's on the move and just puts out that danger.
Yeah, an impressive performance from the goalkeeper Oliver Abbottson.
Makes such a difference. You look now, Wales have got a throw in the final third, and it all comes from a dangerous situation for Wales that your goalkeeper just comes out and takes control of, and now they've got the game where they want it to be.
Yeah, had that big first half penalty save from Caelan Cadamatary as well, which with a minute and a half left of the 80 looks as if it could be a pivotal moment in this game. Wales it was in the second half that then got a penalty of their own. Shea Peter winning it and converting past Kerr Reynolds. Wales with the ball in an area that they will be very happy with.
2 or 3 with the Welsh boys just telling Logan Cartwright, relax, let's take our time here, and we've got this game where we want it. Can we take as much time over this as possible?
Cameron goes back to Reynolds. Scotland need to get this ball forward quickly. Meakin does just that, and it's a good ball towards Hutchison. Evans with the block. Forrest challenged by Pitt. Hamill chests it back to DL. Exploring to Cameron. Turns away from Norris. Plays it forward towards Lucas Weir. And Abbottson happy to fall on it.
He's had a much bigger impact in the second half. Aaron McSporran, he's a real strong carrier of the ball, and I think he's linked up well with Max Cameron since Max Cameron's moved out to the right.
4 minutes added at the end of this game. That will be music to the ears of the Scotland players, who will feel that at this stage surely they could create one more opportunity to try and force this game to a bonus point penalty shootout. Wales getting the throw on the far side. You'd expect them to take their time over this. Might even look to go to the corner, but 4 minutes is a long time to keep it in there.
5 players they had over in this corner. Can Scotland get out their feet and get it out to this side and really try and spend the next 3.5 minutes in the Welsh half?
Hamill. DL gets his head up, thought about going long, but plays it to Hamill instead. The encouragement from both benches coming. They know how big this final 3 and a bit minutes is. But even at that, Scotland don't want to rush it. They don't want to make that wrong pass forwards and gift the ball back to Wales. Hutton to Cameron, who finds himself in a bit of space. He's got time, but just overhits the cross, Max Cameron. Cole Hay sprinting to keep it in, and actually does well to not only keep it in, but win the throw-in off Max Hawkins.
It's good play though, they're probing, get the ball, Max Cameron in a really good position, just overhit the cross, but that was much better, moving the ball side to side and then finding a spare man who's able to deliver.
Throw into Wales this time. The ball just caught under the feet of Meakin. Couldn't keep it on the correct side of the white line. Theo Pitt with the launch into the Scotland half. Goes back to Kerr Reynolds at a bit of pace. His ball forward, taken down by Cartwright. Meakin up the line for Hay. Theo Pitt puts it into the stand. He does it again, this time out the stadium from Theo Pitt.
I don't think he's making any apology for that defending. It's really dogged and he's just desperate to see out his 1-0 win for his team.
Hutchison. Godfrey just trying to draw the foul. Isn't given. Meakin's ball into the box. Abbottson has to punch this time. Looked as if he was maybe caught under it for a second, but readjusted his feet. Reynolds. Wales still pressing high, but their forward line now have to sprint to get back in as the ball's clipped over the top. It's taken down. Lucas Weir goes by the goalkeeper, but the flag is up. And I think if he wasn't offside, Scotland may well have had a penalty, but it's not to be. And Lucas Weir also gets a yellow card for his troubles.
Yeah, I don't think Archie Lorimer's meant to play it into his feet, but it's an absolute Stonewall penalty if he's not offside. I'd like to see it again. It looked really tight, but the Welsh defence all afternoon, their high line's been rewarded with offsides.
Yeah, that ball over the top to Colhay looked as if it might just allow Scotland to get in. But Wales now with the free kick. And Abbottson will fire this long. DL with the header. Hay. Good strength shown by him, and then DL with the ball over the top towards Lucas Weir once again. The flag goes up. Referee will allow play to go on eventually. He's going to stop it, as it caused a bit of chaos in there.
Again, a really, really tight decision, but you only have to admire the bravery of the Welsh defence, still with a minute to play, still confident that each other is in line with each other and they can play the offside.
Abbottson to take this free kick. Will be one of the final actions of this game, one of the final actions of the 2024 Victory Shield, won by the Republic of Ireland earlier on, that 1-0 win over Northern Ireland, allowing them to lift the trophy in this historic competition. And if Wales can hold out for the final few seconds, there will be a second place finish for them. Has been a tense affair between these two teams, but it's not over yet. Shouts from the Scotland bench for the ball to get played forward. It is played forward. And as Abbottson falls in the ball, the full-time whistle is sounded. Some of the Scotland players fall to the turf. High fives all round for the Welsh team, who get the victory on this final day. And it means that they'll finish in second place behind the Republic of Ireland. It wasn't to be for Scotland this week, but in a game where, or a week where every game was tight, every game was competitive, there'll be a lot these players can learn. Really, today turned out to be a game of two penalties. The first won by Caelan Cadamatary, taken by Caelan Cadamatary for Scotland, but a big save by Oliver Abbottson. And then into the second half, Shea Peter winning the penalty for Wales, but this time he stepped up, was able to convert. That the difference between the teams, Stephen?
Yeah, as you say, the Scotland boys, some of them dropped to the ground. Real disappointment, home tournament, not getting that victory all week, but lots of positives. As I say, it's a brilliant tournament. Congratulations to the Republic of Ireland, but can they learn from it? I mean, football at all levels, some of the games can be so competitive, such small margins. Take away from this experience of what it feels like to lose this game, and when it comes around again for you, make sure you come out the better end of it.
Yeah, a proud week for all of these players representing their countries. It is the pinnacle for a lot of footballers, being able to represent your nation. These players doing it at under-16 level. They'll hope that this is just the start of what's to come of their careers. Republic of Ireland tasting victory. As I mentioned, Wales with that victory. Shea Peter's goal, meaning they get second place in this tournament. There will be a presentation on the pitch as well, just to congratulate the players for their hard work over this week. A valuable experience, and one that they'll remember for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely, and we hope to take these team sheets away and see some future great Welsh and Scottish players. We want the young players to come through, learn a lot from this, and as I say, when it becomes a home nations fixture competitively at senior level, can we look back on these games and see this type of tournament shape their careers?
Yeah, some of the players just over at the stand chatting with friends and family. Good for them to be able to watch their relatives, their friends play on a stage like this, in a historic competition like this. And it has been an entertaining week for all involved here at Broadwood in the Victory Shield. We thank you very much for joining us over these last few days. I hope you've enjoyed the action. Always good to keep up to date with what the Scotland national team is up to, what the youth teams are up to, who the potential stars of the future are. Remember, you can keep up to date across all of the Scotland national team channels. The Scotland senior match against Portugal is shown exclusively live on YouTube on Tuesday as well. So make sure to look out for that. Once again, from myself, Andrew McLean, and from Stephen McGinn, thank you for joining us.
Gentlemen, please show your appreciation for our matchday officials as they collect their medals. Also, please show your appreciation as they collect their medals of participation. For Scotland! And ladies and gentlemen, as you collect the medals of participation, please show your appreciation also for Wales. Okay, thank you for joining us here.